कर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। सांस थमती गई, नब्ज जमती गई, फिर भी बढ़ते कदम को न रुकने दिया। कट गए सर हमारे तो कुछ गम नहीं, सर हिमालय का हमने न झुकने दिया। मरते मरते रहा बागपन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। जिंदा रहने के मौसम बहुत हैं, मगर जान देने की रुत रोज आती नहीं। हुस्न और इश्क दोनों को रुसवा करे, वो जवानी जो खून में नहाती नहीं। आज धरती बनी है दुल्हन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। राह कुर्बानियों की न वीरान हो, तुम सजाते ही रहना नए काफिले। फतेह का जश्न इस जश्न के बाद है, जिंदगी मौत से मिल रही है गले। बांध लो अपने सर से कफन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। कर चले हम फिदा जानो तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। खींच दो अपने मुंह से जमीन पर लगी, इस तरफ आने पाए न रावण कोई। तोड़ दो हाथ अगर हाथ उठने लगे, छूने पाए न सीता का दामन कोई। राम भी तुम ही लगे लक्ष्मण साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों, कर चले हम फिदा जान तन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों.
I was still a student when Haqeeqat was made, so I wasn't there during the recordings and things. But I know that he was going through just having, as you saw in the documentary, of him coming out of that really dark period in his life, and he had actually been. Actually, they've had asked him to direct the guide first, and he took that on. But he and that American director were not getting along, and they were making a single version. So, same shot, one in Hindi, one in this thing, and it was irking the hell out of him, So there was a lot of turbulence there. And luckily, this appointment with Caron happened. And he took it, in it like a shot. And they, turned around and said, Bhaiji, you are leaving me in the lurch. Once again, there was a little bit of that tension. But he said, look, you've got a brilliant younger brother. Take him on, Trust Goldie. And it so happened that life is very strange, because Goldie went on to make one of his greatest films, and so did Dad, So it was almost as it was destined. And as you can see that my father he was an asthmatic, like I've got asthma and you're coughing away also. So he used to, we've spoken of silences and things. So it was very difficult to communicate with my father. And he and Kaifi used to have a very strange relationship. They would sit together a lot. He would discuss a scene with him, situation, and then they would just become quiet. Kaifi would be just tapping his stick. And Chetan Sahab would be twirling a bunch of keys on his hand, of his car keys. And then suddenly he would say, Chalta hu Kaifi Sahab. And he'd say, And the next day Kaifi would write something and bring it. And look at the kind of stuff they bought out of their silences.
Do you remember anything specific of this song?
This song was, no. What I do remember is that when it was made, one of the questions I asked that made sense to me when I joined. My first film was Heer Ranjha, his first color film. So I skipped the whole black and white thing and came right into color. And I remember, I'm a Delhi guy, St. Stephen's College and all that, and I come with my Macaulian system of conditioning, and I face this man and I tell him, what's the first rule of filmmaking? And he says, there are no rules. And then I said, I was very happy when he said, no, you have to learn the grammar first, learn the language. Then I said, He says, then you can break the rules. So I said, wow, then I have to learn this language of moving images synchronized with sound, And then my second question to him, when I'm coming back to your other thing, was that why do you have songs in films? And then he said, beta, there's one thing that you have to learn, and that is, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो अनकही रह जाती हैं, जो लोग कह नहीं पाते. This is the subconscious layer of a film. Narrative runs and dialogue and other things. जो music है ना, और जो कविता है, that is the subconscious mind. So I make films at two levels. And as you can see that most of his films, even in Haqeeqat, it's those silences that come out, because he was obviously somebody who'd suffered in silence for a long time, And that pain and his realization and learning out of that pain would come out in these sequences that he would. So Kaifi wrote some of his most remarkable poems for him then, and later on Nida Fazli also, because I begin with one of Nida Saab's poems on his film. So this was how he worked. And as you can see that this is not a jingoism song where some Rambo goes off and does his bit and, picks up and bashes the other army up. This is the pain of human stupidity. You know, we go on repeating in history, we go on fighting, and we go on killing, and we go on asking ourselves why, we go on talking of love, and go on talking about peace. But somewhere out of this pain, you must evolve, and his cinema evolved out of his pain.
Pavan, आप specifically on this particular song,
Yeah,
could you share your first thoughts?
of course. This is a very special song because this grows beyond the canvas of cinema. Usually, जो हमारे फिल्म सॉन्ग्स हैं, it's a byproduct of a film. But यहाँ पर ये जो सॉन्ग है, it grows beyond the scope of the film and becomes like a Rashtra Geet, national song, just like ए मेरे वतन के लोगों or maybe a Vande Mataram also, because the way it binds people. आपने कहा कि मतलब songs are for the subconscious उसमें, but usually the dialogues in the films are owned by the characters, but the songs in the film owned by the audience.
And the filmmaker.
Yeah, of course. So, यहाँ पे ये गाना जो है, ये जब फिल्म के स्कोप से बाहर निकल जाता है, जब ये पॉलिटिकल रैलियों का पार्ट होता है, जब ये नेशन बिल्डिंग एक्सरसाइज का पार्ट होता है, जहाँ पे क्योंकि इट्स अ सैल्यूट टू आवर पैट्रियट्स, आवर सोल्जर्स, तो कहीं ना कहीं उनको एक थैंक यू नोट देने का मौका. यस, एब्सोल्युटली. तो दिस इज नॉट अ सॉन्ग ऑफ विक्ट्री, this is a song of responsibility. It's a song of morality.
What Mahesh Bhatt has said in the film.
Yeah. So somewhere it leaves you with that responsibility for that loss. It's a song of loss. But what is so unique about the director's vision of this song? See, the music making process is a isolated process than the film making process, क्योंकि म्यूजिक मेकिंग पहले होता है एंड फिर वो फिल्म में यूज किया जाता है. अगर आप रोल्स को मैप करेंगे म्यूजिक मेकिंग एंड फिल्म मेकिंग की, तो समवेयर द लिरिसिस्ट इज द डायलॉग राइटर ऑफ द फिल्म, द सिंगर इज द lead actor of the film, he is driving, and the music director has the vision of the director. He is actually composing the entire thing. So you can map the roles of a music director to a director, of a lyricist to a dialogue writer, or of a lead singer to a lead actor. In a way, the way they drive because the two are isolated process. Now, how many songs in Hindi films that we see that are actually have a culmination of the film, the final driving point of the film in a song? Usually जो फिल्म्स हमारी खत्म होती है 99% फिल्म्स में, you don't drive the final point, you don't drive the final message of the film through a song. आपको 3-4 मिलेंगे, जैसे ओ मेरे माझी मेरे साजन है उस पार, वहाँ पे जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है हीरोइन का कि मैं इधर जाऊँ या उधर जाऊँ, वो एक सॉन्ग कन्वे कर रहा है. या एक रात भर का है मेहमा सवेरा जो सोने की चिड़िया फिल्म में था. लेकिन ये जो गाना है, अगर आप ये सोचिए, यहाँ पर अगर वो फिल्म धर्मेंद्र एंड प्रिया राजवंश की डेथ के साथ खत्म होती, जो उनका फाइनल वो था जहाँ दोनों के वो बता रहे हैं कि दोनों मर गए, तो जो ऑडियंस है वो किस तरह से गर जाती, एक सैड फिल्म के साथ, एक सैड नोट पे, कि ये एक बहुत सैड, एक रियलिज्म उसके साथ लेके जाती. लेकिन जहाँ ये गाना उस फिल्म को फर्दर ड्राइव करता है उस सैड नोट के बाद, और एक बहुत हाई पे ले जाता है डिस्पाइट द लॉस. तो वो जो ऑडियंस को जिस तरह का वो किक देता है, जिस तरह का वो एक जिस नोट पे छोड़ता है, वो बहुत हाई नोट है. वो उनके अंदर एक सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ड्राइव करने का काम कर रहा है. और यहाँ पर चेतन आनंद जो हैं वो एक फिल्म मेकर से उठकर एक सोशल एंड पॉलिटिकल कमेंट्रेटर, एक सोशल एंड पॉलिटिकल इंटेलेक्ट बन जाते.
He's also giving a wake-up call
Yes,
to this song, because see where the song begins from.
जी.
It begins from that little boy.
जी.
Ab tumhare hawale watan saathiyon, which means he's handing over the baton to the coming generation.
Absolutely.
Right? But he's trying to tell them, try to go beyond this pain and don't repeat these things again.
Yes.
So it's a wake-up call to the human consciousness to wake up towards the spiritual path also, because his Gurukul Kangri training never went out of him.
Yeah.
He was basically a little pandit.
Yeah.
You know, when he came back home, my whole family used to speak to him only in Hindi. And he spoke to them in Hindi. Amongst each other, they used to always speak in Punjabi. I mean, her mother, Sohela, is here. Her mother was my father's sister. They used to always speak Bhaiji, Bhaiji. But Dev Sahab was Papa, you know. So, you know, there was that drift. Because when he came home from Kurukul, he had that little chendi, his little head was shaved off when he used to wear, and he was speak almost Sanskrit, this thing. And from there he jumps to England.
जी. And एक छोटी सी चीज़ और है इसमें कि it's not a song of a hero जो हमारी normally हिंदी films drive करती हैं कि you have a hero. यहाँ पे it's a song of a collective voice. It's an ensemble film, and the way the film comes up, everybody is a hero. Every soldier is a hero. There's no leader.
Every member of the public
Yeah,
also.
absolutely.
The wife given a...
Yeah. So it becomes a collective voice, and collective voice of the nation.
Okay.
Your interpretation.
Can I say a couple of general things about songs and films? Before I say about something, I think you have made very good points already. But let me say that Sukhpreet and others who are doing film studies, Meher is here, they can tell you that, and you know very well, that we also listen to cinema. We don't just see it. Through radio, through gramophones that are connected to loudspeakers. So listening to cinema is very important for us. And Chetan Anand, I think, realized this. That's why he gives so much importance to songs in his own films. That's one thing. Secondly, you see, patriotism and cinema also go together. Once again, we have an anecdote from one of the announcers in Radio Ceylon. He said that we had more records of patriotic songs than All India Radio had, because we had put bands, etc. We didn't take film songs very seriously. So on 26th January and on 15th August, people used to listen to Radio Ceylon because that's where they got songs like these. Of course, by that time, of course, we had Vivid Bharati. Now, coming back to this, just to repeat what you have said in a different way, nations are imagined and constructed through stories, through novels, through maps, through songs like these, patriotic songs. And there is a long tradition, even before 1947, right? There's so many songs that have been written and were parts of novels, etc. So this is about sacrifice. This is very non-aggressive song. A song about a war that is non-aggressive. It's about responsibility and sacrifice for everybody, right? So, and collectivity, as you rightly pointed out, all the sacrifice by women and also youngsters. This is also a narrative that runs through the 50s and 60s films. Looks like a generation is getting older with Nehru. They are passing into the sunset, it seems. And so, of course, this is also a song about death. And they have to pass it on to the next generation. That's what they feel. And they say it also, of course.
What his main thing was, because he has actually, I'm just coming to, he has ended Haqeeqat with the title, The End Is Not Yet.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm planning Haqeeqat too, because, you know, it starts from there. See, he goes on saying that life must go on, but learn. He was always pushing that. Learn from your experiences. So these are the great storytellers. My father was a storyteller.
you know, the reason why Haqeeqat was made also, you remember he's coming out of his 7-year dark spell. And only a pain, which is a collective pain, which matches his personal pain, which he fuses with, is able to inspire him to get back to cinema. I don't think another movie would have been possible to get him out of that rut.
No. He does it in Heer Ranjha.
No, but that's later, Baba. That's 6 years later.
He carries it through with romance.
Takes him out.
Dard Punjab ke seene se utha laya.
I understand, but Haqeeqat takes him out of his personal pain
Yes, it did.
to a higher pain.
Yes.
Let's move on because we are limited time, Pankaj. Let's bring on to Heer Ranjha. And as we've already known, the only great film, all in verse. Play the first song of that film.
ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं। ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं। ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं। ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं। इसको सुनाऊं हाल दिले बेकरार का, बुझता हुआ चराग हूँ अपने मजार का। ऐ काश भूल जाऊं मगर भूलता नहीं, किस धूम से उठा था जनाजा बहार का। ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं। झलक मेरे दिलदार की मिले। ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं। मुझको ठिकाना ना मिला, गम को भुलाने का कोई बहाना ना मिला। दिल पर से जिसमें प्यार को क्या समझूं उस संसार को, एक जीती बाजी हार के मैं ढूंढूं बिछड़े यार को। ये दुनिया ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, मेरे काम की नहीं।
This is my first baby steps into cinema.
This
Heer
song,
Ranjha.
which is the epitome, this actually is like Devdas.
Yeah, now what I'm gonna do is, because you've heard the song, and again his theme is again how to come out of pain, whether it is rejected love or whether it is war, whatever it is. The metaphysical aspect doesn't leave Mr. Chetan Anand, but in this song, I'll give you a story of how this song happened. Because my father had started by this thought that Waris Shah gave a poem to the world, Heer. It's sung, mostly it's sung. So he said that it'll be an insult to someone like Waris Shah if I make it in prose. So it has to be in poetry. So he and Kaifi had a big fight because he said, "मैं शायर हूँ, मैं ये dialogue कैसे लिखूँगा?" And they locked each other in up in Mahabaleshwar, and he made him write, And then Madan came in also. Now they're expressing this thing because Heer Ranjha is actually an immortal love story. Immortal means that the lovers normally die because otherwise it can't become immortal. So now they had all discussed this song. The recording was supposed to be the next morning. And Rafi ji had been called and the musicians had been called. And I am making notes. I was an assistant director. I was an associate producer in this one. अब मैं इन तीनों का सुन रहा हूँ. These three great minds, because all of them are people that have gone through quite a lot in life. Madan ji also had a background of being in the army. He was a captain in the army. And evening time at our house, and the final sitting and the song, Kaifi read out the lyrics and Madan was on his harmonium, and suddenly my father used to always go into silences and keep tapping his nose. So tippy tappy tippy, I was tapping away my fingers saying that now we are in trouble. Because sure enough he says, Kaifi, Madan, कुछ बात बनी नहीं, बहुत खूबसूरत है आपने लिखा ये वो, praised it. But what they had written, it just did not suit him. That feeling was not coming out. Madan blew into a rage. Kaifi went into a rage. इससे अच्छा हम नहीं लिख सकते. But he says, recording 10 बजे है, चेतन सोच ले. He says, नहीं, cancel कर देंगे, मेरा मन नहीं बन रहा. So they huffed off. At 2 a.m. in the morning, the phone rings. उन दिनों में तो लैंडलाइन होती थी ना. So the good son woke up. And a very drunk Madan Mohan on the other side. Hey, Gunki, ut, bapu utha. Madan Mohan is really angry now. Is this a fire? So I rush into my dad's bedroom and he's sitting on the bed, waiting for this call. These are his silences working. This is very strange, huh? Because now I'm going to tell you a story where it's not one mind, it's these three minds that sank and synchronized into one single mind. That's how this song happened. They had gone away in anger. My father was sitting there getting an asthma attack when this call came. And Madan, on the other hand, is on the phone saying, Chetan, mera aakhri mukhda sun le, main ja raha samundar se doobne. And he sang this, Yeh Duniya Yeh Mehfil mere kaam ki nahi. And Dad said, harmonium rakh samundar mein mat ja, Kaifi ko lete aa. They landed up at 2 a.m. in the morning. He sang this mukhda. Kaifi wrote all the antaras right there. And by 10 o'clock in the morning, we were in the studio. And we had a Rafi crying when he read the song and heard the rehearsal. He says, wow, what a song this is. These are three people in sync. The first time I'd seen something like this, mind-blowing. And it comes out in all the songs. Because here is somebody who is like the search, you go on, you search here, he picturized the song in 4-5 different locations. It took us 3 months to shoot this song. Because he said, just like a spiritual search, this man goes everywhere. He does not want to look for God or answer of Buddha's answer of what is sorrow. He wants his love. Yeah. This is lost love. He wants his love back. And how is he going to get it? He says, you can have anything, just give me my love back. So he's a true lover. This is the song of the true lover.
So, Ravi, with such a powerful, spiritual, emotional, romantic song, how do we take this into a film studies framework to the students? What's the driving force with which we take this song to them?
I think at one level, I think the students would identify with this. Everybody has a heartbreak, So this is a song of the heartbreak. Even when I had not seen the film or the song on Chitrahar or something, right? I would connect with it. Second, look at Chetan sir talked about this thing. Sorry, Ketan sir talked about how it all came together. Look at the visuals. Okay, yeah. If you put the two together, the voice, the music, and the visuals, right? He uses landscape very well. In the last song also that we saw. So the rugged, space. And there's a diversity. From temple to the mystical mountains to the Sahara, right? Sufi mosque. So
all different forms.
Yes. So all those dresses. There's visual richness here. You can show the depth through this fantasy space that gets created in the space of the song.
It is like a fantasy.
It is fantasy. All songs are in a way fantasy space. Break from the narrative as well. As you rightly pointed out, you take a license within the space of the song to say things that you have not been able to say in the narrative. You see, so I think it's one of the best statements you can have on loss and the ambition to get it back or to get back to the lover.
Pavan,
Yeah.
your thoughts, anything?
Yeah. So I feel it's a true Sufi song. It's not a song of a heartbreak. It starts on that note, but it becomes a journey, spiritual journey of a soul search. It's a soul searching for himself. And what the ultimate driving point is, love is above all means. It is not in temple. It is not in Fatehpur Sikri. It is not in Bateshwar Dham. It is not in Ranthambore, जहाँ पे ये सारा shoot हुआ. It is not in desert. And if you see, Chetan Anand has used different time phases, sunrise. He has also used the various like emptiness of that desert, or he goes to that mountains for that snow. So across all the seasons, across all the gods, across all the geographies, across all the it is love is above all, above. And जिनको खुदा की है तलाश उनको खुदा मिले, मुझको तो खबर मेरे यार की मिले. It's about myself. Sufi, what is Sufism? Sufism is love with
The Rumi thing,
yeah. So it is if you are finding a mean with your lover, so you are in love with yourself. So it's a pure Sufi song. But what stands out about it is the treatment of Madan Mohan. He keeps it as a pure film song. He never dresses it up in a different genre, जहाँ पे बहुत scope था. He could have given it a folk color. He could have given it a qawwali color. He could have given it a Sufi color. But it remains a true blue film song at heart, which reaches the masses in the best possible way. Rather than going with a specific genre, he actually chose to remain in that limit of a film song.
Well, we move to the next one, which is a lighter. The last two are very different. But what is unique about Chetan when you'll see all three songs, the last one and the one we've just seen, is that each of these songs are in a way the ultimate that is possible in the genre of song.
Yeah.
You can't get another song beyond that Haqeeqat song.
Yes,
You can't get another song beyond this Duniya Wala.
best, that's
And
very
same with the one from Hanste Zakhm, Yeh Mana Meri Jaan. You can't get a more crazy song than that song.
Yes.
So, he had this great junoon, this intensity, that's the silence and the depth.
Yes.
And it comes out like a child.
The Shaker has explained it very well. It's between the two frames that there's that gap.
Yeah.
And he spoke through those gaps as well. And this is his training right from Gurukul to London.
Because the child is so alive in him.
But this is there in Dev Sahib also. Dev Sahib also had the child. This is a
Desa's child is a very different child.
His child was always like Akhrikat, in search. My father always searched in love for love in his life, And his question was that, Buddha went to find out what is sorrow. Chetan Sahib, no.
Yeah.
He was always a romantic, like Hema ji has said.
Yes,
He wanted to know what is true love.
Absolutely.
He wanted to find out what Ramakrishna Paramanand said, कि वो देवी आती है वो बेहोश हो जाता है, It was that kind of passion. And when he decided to make Heer Ranjha, the first thing he told all these people, Madan ji and Kaifi and him, and Sudhendu Roy, the art director, and Jal, the cameraman. He told all of them that I am making a single poem. It's not just in verse. The entire film must be mounted as a poem.
Yeah.
So he even stopped people from bringing in the color yellow till Basant comes.
Yeah.
So Heer is in white, then she goes into pink, then she's in black, then she's in red. So all the colors merge along with so the entire film is a poem.
Yeah.
So it's a sync of all these minds. Heer Ranjha is a very unique experiment. I used to blow my mind looking at these people.
But let's see the second song.
Yeah. एक चीज और
Yeah, of course, Pavan, please.
इसमें एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट फिलोसफिकल टोन है. गालिब जहाँ कहते हैं बाजीचा अतफाल है दुनिया मेरे आगे, या साहिर कहते हैं ये दुनिया अगर मिल भी जाए तो क्या है. Similarly, it is the discarding of that societal system by Kaifi Azmi, उनके words में, कि किस तरह से he is not misfit, the society is misfit for him.
The collective.
The collective.
But each of us, if we free ourselves,
Yeah,
we free
absolutely.
ourselves in another way.
Absolutely. So that is why it is a very important comment of Kaifi Azmi also.
According to me, Kaifi Saab was deep down, because I spent a lot of time with him. Because my father wouldn't speak. Kaifi Saab liked to have his drink, तो वो मुझे बिठा देते थे, पियो. तो मैं भी उनके साथ जाम लगाता था. And then he would come out with some of his most serious shares. he actually was a Sufi. Deep down, he was not a Marxist and whatever he pretended to be. He was a very, very deep poet, no? That's why, that is his poem, na? और फिर कृष्ण ने अर्जुन से कहा, कैफी साहब, yeah, what is mind blowing?
लगाइए बेटा.
मिलो न तुम तो हम घबराए, मिलो तो आँख चुराए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. मिलो न तुम तो हम घबराए, मिलो तो आँख चुराए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. तुम्हीं को दिल का राज बताए, तुम्हीं से राज छुपाए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. ओ भोले साथिया, देखी जो शोखी तेरे प्यार की, ओए होए. ओ भोले साथिया, ओ भोले साथिया, देखी जो शोखी तेरे प्यार की. आंचल में भर ली हमने सारी बहारें संसार की. नई अदा से हम इतराए, पाई खुशी लुटाए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. मिलो न तुम तो हम घबराए, मिलो तो आँख चुराए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. ओ सोहने जोगिया, रंग ले हमें भी इसी रंग में. ओए होए. ओ सोहने जोगिया, ओ सोहने जोगिया, रंग ले हमें भी इसी रंग में. फिर से सुना दे बंसी, कलियां खिला दे गोरे अंग में. वही जो ताने आग लगाए, उन्हीं से आग बुझाए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. मिलो न तुम तो हम घबराए, मिलो तो आँख चुराए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. तुम्हीं को दिल का राज बताए, तुम्हीं से राज छुपाए, हमें क्या हो गया है, हमें क्या हो गया है. अम्मा.
Okay, now this is the sheer joy of falling in love, where you are leaving all your defenses because suddenly something has happened which you can't explain. The discovery of actual love. And that's like a void. So look at how he writes the poem also. Huh? Chupna bhi hai, khulna bhi hai, all that, the hesitation and this new discovery. So this is a joyful song. It's got boom. It's got Kaifi also, he was a romantic at heart as well, And so this all, I think all three of them had great fun doing this one. You know,
See the use of color.
color, because yellow has come on the screen for the first time. This is the basant, you know, the green of the sarson and the sarson, the yellow and the green. This is the first time, and all those bhangra chaps come and all that, you know. So he went bananas in this thing. The yellow color was not allowed to come on the screen till this scene came and this song happened. So this is joy happening. Yeah.
Pavan, your first thoughts?
So, it's a beautiful love poem by Kaifi Azmi Saab again. And especially for that state of mind, the confused state of mind. Love is about more about confusion, because it's not just about the togetherness, but also the space of your mind. Even,
I'm sorry to,
yeah.
I totally disagree.
Uh-huh.
I think the moment you fall in love
Uh,
is one of the moments of greatest clarity. It may be a delusional clarity.
yeah, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. So it is not just about the physical togetherness. It is your state of mind. Even when you are not together, you may be in the state of love. You may be thinking about that person. So somewhere it is that projection. And there is a, since it's a female song, तो थोड़ा सा एक जो societal pressure है उसके acceptance का, मिलो ना तुम तो हम घबराएं, मिलो तो आँख चुराएं, लेकिन वो एक बहुत अनाउंसमेंट नहीं है उसका. जो एक पोएट का खास बात होता है ना कि वो कभी टू द पॉइंट बात नहीं करता, वो एम्बिग्यूटी रखता है. तो यहाँ पे वो एम्बिग्यूटी है, उसके पास वो ड्यूअल स्टेट ऑफ माइंड है.
Yeah, but this is basically the awakening of
Yeah.
you know, that feeling
Yeah.
when the ego drops.
या
You know,
Absolutely.
and suddenly you're left in a
And वो
void.
Ranjha-
You're suddenly in an ocean
Yeah.
which you don't understand.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're trying to grasp onto something.
yeah.
I got to understand what's happening to me.
Ji.
It's that moment.
Yeah.
It's puberty coming out, you know, actually, when you discover. It's discovery.
Yeah.
So all that startled thing is there in that, you know.
yeah.
So, and that all goes.
Yeah.
You know, that all goes and you end up fighting ultimately, don't you? वो बात दूर है.
And
But
and
this is
Ranjha,
the joy of
रांझा ने
discovery.
उससे पूछा है कि भाई हीर, मतलब whether you love me or not, तो ये उसका आंसर है. मतलब डायरेक्ट नहीं है. इसमें दोनों उसने एम्बिग्यूटी के साथ बात की है.
वो भी, as he says, Rajkumar danced a little
जी
bit.
जी, इसीलिए when he,
That's why I would prefer this as a radio song. It's not great to look at them dancing, right? And the director knows that, camera person knows that. So there is a lot of cast kapool used in the end to cover their, non-dance. It is an awkwardness, right?
Yes, you're
Still,
right.
what Manohar Shyam Joshi in Kasaf would call yakiwad. There is an element of doubt still, and yakiwad, either orism. हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. It's not a question of you and your clarity. It's also a question of clarity on the other side.
No,
So
I'll bring
it
in
takes
a sense,
two.
What you said, I bring in a sense of humor here also, because, as you said, yes, it's a song of joy. It's a pure box office song है ये. लेकिन our dance director was Gopi Krishnan. And Priya couldn't dance. Okay. So now I'm revealing something, a secret. So he used to say, baby को नाचना नहीं आता के चंदी, तो ऐसे ही उसको कुछ करवा देंगे मटक शटक. तो so this is it.
You were finishing your point.
No, I think this is once again a very popular song on radio that we heard, and it did invoke that mystical self that you encounter when you are in love for the first time. So, I mean, listening to it adds to that mystery.
and
I
it
would
has that rustic मतलब folk flavor by Madan Mohan for that ambience, but still not going to the authentic flavor, keeping the spirit of a film song for the masses.
Well, the last song I've chosen is, in a way, it's a very unique song. And the deeper you understand it, the deeper you will see all the Indian traditional musical traditions come up. But it doesn't seem so. It seems a very filmy song, but it's a great song. It's joy at its very best, and it's that clash of two cultures. लगाइए बेटा.
है तौबा तौबा ये जवानी ये जवानी का गुरूर, इश्क के सामने सर फिर भी झुकाना ही पड़ा। कैसा कहते थे न आएंगे न आएंगे, मगर दिल ने इस तरह पुकारा, तुम्हें आना ही पड़ा। ये माना मेरी जान, मोहब्बत सजा है। ये माना मेरी जान, मोहब्बत सजा है। मजा इसमें इतना मगर किस लिए है, मजा इसमें इतना मगर किस लिए है। वो एक बेकरारी जो अब तक इधर थी, वही बेकरारी उधर किस लिए है। अभी तक तो इधर थी, उधर किस लिए है, किस लिए है, हाँ किस लिए है। हाँ ये माना मेरी जान, मोहब्बत सजा है। मजा इसमें इतना मगर किस लिए है, मजा इसमें इतना मगर किस लिए है। पहलना न जाने, बदलना न जाने, तमन्ना मचल के संभलना न जाने। हाँ तमन्ना मचल के संभलना न जाने। पहलना न जाने, बदलना न जाने, तमन्ना मचल के संभलना न जाने। पहलना न जाने, बदलना न जाने, तमन्ना मचल के संभलना न जाना। तमन्ना मचल के संभलना न जाने। करीब और आओ, कदम तो बढ़ाओ, झुका दूं न मैं सर, तो सर किस लिए है। झुका दूं न मैं सर, तो सर किस लिए है। ये माना मेरी जान, मोहब्बत सजा है। मजा इसमें इतना मगर किस लिए है, मजा इसमें इतना मगर किस लिए है। नजारे भी देखे, इशारे भी देखे, कई खूबसूरत सहारे भी देखे। हाँ कई खूबसूरत सहारे भी देखे। नजारे भी देखे, इशारे भी देखे, कई खूबसूरत सहारे भी देखे। नाम क्या चीज है, इज्जत क्या है, सोने चांदी की हकीकत क्या है। लाख बहलाए कोई दौलत से, प्यार के सामने दौलत क्या है। नजारे भी देखे, इशारे भी देखे, कई खूबसूरत सहारे भी देखे। हाँ कई खूबसूरत सहारे भी देखे। जो मैं खाने जाके मैं सागर उठाऊं, तो फिर ये नशीली नजर किस लिए है, तो फिर ये नशीली नजर किस लिए है, हाँ ये माना मेरी जान, मोहब्बत सजा है, मजा इसमें इतना, मगर किस लिए है, मजा इसमें इतना, मगर किस लिए है। तुम्ही ने संवारा, तुम्ही ने सजाया मेरे सूने दिल को, तुम्ही ने बसाया, हाँ मेरे सूने दिल को तुम्ही ने बसाया। तुम्ही ने संवारा, तुम्ही ने सजाया मेरे सूने दिल को, तुम्ही ने बसाया। जिस चमन से भी तुम गुजर जाओ, हर कली पर निखार आ जाए, रूठ जाओ तो रूठ जाए खुदा, और जो हंस दो बाहर आ जाए। हो तुम्ही ने संवारा, तुम्ही ने सजाया मेरे सोने दिल को, तुम्ही ने बसाया, हाँ मेरे सोने दिल को तुम्ही ने बसाया। तुम्हारे कदम से है घर में उजाला, अगर तुम नहीं तो ये तो घर किस लिए है, अगर तुम नहीं तो ये घर किस लिए है। हाँ ये माना मेरी जान, मोहब्बत सजा है, मजा इसमें इतना, मगर किस लिए है। वो एक बेकरारी जो अब तक इधर थी, वही बेकरारी उधर किस लिए है, वही बेकरारी उधर किस लिए है।
You've got the conflict of rich and poor.
Yeah.
You've got all different strata of society and people coming together. You've got the joy of falling in love, the fight with your parents, the abandon. And in this, you can see so many different traditions of music come out, which is, only an expert will share that. And hopefully in the next workshop, we'll dissect this much deeper. But do you remember the making of this song?
No, I was not involved with Hanste Zakhm so much. I had moved away. I was working with Goldie and Tere Mere Sapne, and when all this was done.
So when you hear this song,
So, but this is actually laws of attraction. Turning out wrong. The traditional sense that this is marriage, this is this, and suddenly love happens, and the laws of attraction that take you somewhere. So you're right. This has got a mixture of so many things: the tradition, the thing, the laws of attraction, falling in love somewhere else, and because this was a story that was, crossed love. He falls in love with this girl who's, and etc. etc. So you're right. This is Madan at his best actually, because there's a qawwali here. There's this also. There's the whole traditional thing is there.
and also,
Although the film carries a much bigger hit, Tum Jo Mil Gaye Ho, but this song that he's picked is a very difficult one actually, because this is
also
amazing.
from a director's point of view, you see small moments.
Little happening things.
Balwar Sani taking Sappu and saying Gussa Band Kijiye. These are great moments in cinema. But Ravi, you please.
Yeah, I mean, subalterns are having fun at the cost of the rich. In this, they invade the palace, as it were. And it's so integrated. The song is so integrated, as you rightly pointed out. There is little role for everybody. So it is a qawwali. It's a bhangra also. Yeah. And of course, there is a Sufistic, tevar to the song. So I think it's one of the best qawwalis ever. Also, it's not a traditional qawwali at all. But the voice, Balbir's voice, which is the second lead voice, is a very recognized voice for qawwali, right from Barsat Ki Raat days. So Balbir is there, and it's very prominent voice. And I loved Naveen Nishchal in this film. He looks very good. He has acted very well. And of course, Priya ji is also good in this film. Yeah.
That's my father, because he used to bring out the best in people.
Right.
Because Naveen, he really looked handsome in this. Actually, my father was looking for somebody, and he couldn't pinpoint, and I told him, why don't you take Nini, because he was part of our family. तो he said, नहीं, वो मेरे साथ कभी फिल्म नहीं करेगा, ये नए generation वाले. I said, give it a try. Yeah? So I brokered the deal between my father and Naveen Nishchal. And
There's a relationship, right?
yeah, he was married to Shekhar's elder sister, that's Shekhar's younger sister there. So she's, Naveen was our in-law that way. But I knew him from the college days earlier, because his younger brother was in college with me. So I went to Nini and I said that, look, this is up for stakes. Why don't you do this film? He says, are you nuts? Anybody saying no to Chetan Anand? I 100% will say, agar tu ladega bhi to main le lunga ye role. So, and he's performed really well in the film.
And every small role. Remember the Pagal in Victoria number 2?
Yes.
Robi. It's full of so many references.
It's very rich. One last point. Let's also remember Gulshan Nanda, who was a master writer in the 60s and the 70s. And yes, you rightly pointed out, coming together with Gulshan Nanda is a different, somebody who has worked with Ravi Shankar and others, and Kaifi Azmi and on these writers from, there. But Gulshan Nanda was a great writer, and he also left space for songs like these. His stories always had that space.
Yeah, it's a very strange combination.
But it's a very, very interesting piece, creative piece, from the vision of the director.
Absolutely.
And especially, it is Neecha Nagar. He brings Neecha Nagar here, जहाँ वो चंदा की बस्ती के लोग जो हैं, इस high class, इस party में, they are invading in a way and enjoying it. And somewhere, see, if it's a dialogue, it's a direct confrontation. But song gives you that escape route. Song gives you that escape route. So that is why यहाँ पे वो जो बलराज साहनी का भी रिएक्शन है कि चलो ये चलने दो, ये मतलब song and dance है. But it is a song of rebel. It is a song of protest also. Of the the class conflict which was the core of Neecha Nagar also, वो आपको यहाँ पे भी दिखता है, हंसते जख्म का भी. और नवीन निश्चल से बड़ा हीरो तो बलराज साहनी रहे हमेशा. हंसते जख्म में भी he was the protagonist. Of course, Naveen Nishchal was the young driver. Still, but this song is again the ensemble song. कि he brings each and everyone. Yunus Parvez भी हैं, Ram Sethi भी हैं.
They were all actors who worked with him.
Yeah.
See, the thing I'll say in conclusion to all this is that there are storytellers and there are storytellers.
Yeah.
But the difference between the great storytellers, the ones who really tell their stories, they have to have something of themselves in the story. Yeah. So it is, my father was that kind of a filmmaker. It had to reflect something about him in the film. It was not just a story. It was his soul pouring out. And that's why he was a very difficult man to work with. Because he did not like to go with the stream. He was a maverick. He walked against it. And he used to fight for his rights. That's why he didn't make as many films. So he was very obstinate about what he wanted to do. नहीं करेंगे. हम stars के साथ काम नहीं करेंगे, Finally, he agreed to do a film with Rajkumar. Rajkumar and Chetan Bhai, they knew each other earlier. Yeah. But by then he had, evolved. But this mellow. But he told Rajkumar that I'll work with you because I see you as what I see you, and I know you're not. But when Rajkumar did come on the set, that scene that you see where he has that poem, Usse Kehna. Now he wanted that whole dialogue to be shot in one shot. And Rajkumar loved to break.
Yeah.
Now he's bound by Shairi.
Yeah.
So 36 retakes. That was the 36th retake you saw over there. Then he comes out and says, Johnny, kis genius ke palle mein phas gaye hum. On a lighter note.
On this song itself, there's another point of view of Priya Rajvanshi here. She's a reluctant in the beginning. But the invite is there. It is an invite, and the way she joins the party, gradually उसका एक acceptance है उस particular उसमें. तो how वो चेतन आनंद उनको किस तरह से use कर रहे हैं उसको as a drama construct. It's a drama. It's more than. Yeah.
I give him 100% credit because he's seen far more into this song than anybody has.
And it is not just the joy. There's a stress, there's a tension also going along. जो एक फिल्म मेकर का बहुत important tool है तो बहुत खूबसूरत वो है.
This is a film where they show Raza
Yeah.
when Balasani tried to
Yeah.
buy Priya.
Yeah.
That's in 1973 when Raza was still under nobody.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the way we started out this.